Making their way into the stadium for day 2, where West Indies will be 295 for 7. A man who will resume on 98. However, if there is one thing that Team India know how to do, that is dismiss the tail. Will the Spin Twins play a part today? Let's find out what's on the show. So much to look forward to today. Traditionally, what we've seen here in Hyderabad, day 2 is still a good pitch for batting. So good morning to all of you. Good morning to Bish and Sunny for joining me as well. All right, so you've got a situation, you've got the West Indies team right there. They're 295 for 7. When it comes to dismissing the tail, how often have we seen, Sunny, Ashwin and Jaddu bowling in tandem? We didn't see them in tandem too much yesterday. Does that need to be the game plan for Team India today?
Certainly, yes.
Yesterday on 98, just 2 away from what would be a second test 100 against India. But have a look at these visuals, Sunny. The way he averages in the 50s.
Both these tall men were making very good use of their height and getting as close to the ball as possible, reaching towards the ball, not allowing the ball to spin. Not that there was any spin. There was hardly any turn yesterday. Day 1, this is one of the better batting pitches in the country. It'll play pretty much the same today. And that is the reason. The reason why the West Indies got to almost 300 is that positivity that both Holder and Chase showed. The application, the determination to stay there and milk the runs as well, wait for the bad ball. Unfortunately for the Windies, the top order batsmen didn't really apply themselves.
India, as you point out so often,
Around in the 40s.
but against Pakistan in the Caribbean as well, he was just as effective.
We asked him yesterday, in fact, how does he know how to play spinners in the subcontinent? He said, listen, I grew up in the Caribbean, first-class cricket. I know how to play spinners. I know what to do in these conditions. So what does the game plan against Rust and Chase need to be? Now, both Sunny and Bish tell us that there are still good conditions to bat on. Let's find out what the pitch report for day 2 is. Thank you much there, gentlemen. Thank you much there, gentlemen. You did mention Umesh Yadav. We got a hint of reverse yesterday. He didn't have the best of the morning sessions. Welcome back. So Umesh Yadav, a bit of a lone warrior yesterday with that injury to Shardul Thakur, especially on these conditions that are still good to bat on. That's where you see most of his skill. Let's hear how he's gearing up for day 2. Umesh Yadav, Sunny, you had some choice words for him in the morning session yesterday. Today is a different day. What's his role today?
Well, he's got to warm up and also it wasn't going to be a half volley which you could drive for runs or take a single. But getting ready to go flat out from the first over.
Wonder what Rust and Chase is thinking right now. Let's have some fun with our predictions. Come on. Which over is he going to get his second test 100 against India? Because we believe in positivity. Predictions. But what we did hear from Rust and Chase yesterday was the fact that he spoke about positivity. Yes, he talked about the fact that you've got to kind of go through your process, and he and Vishu have got to get out here and just do their job, do what they did yesterday, which makes it an engrossing contest for us. Isn't that right? Well, we've got a lot planned for you today on Nerolac Cricket Live along with these gentlemen. But because we're here in Hyderabad, this day is all about VVS Lakshman. To Ravi Chandra and Ashwin, thanks so much for joining us here lunchtime on Nerolac Cricket Live. Great crowd that is keeping us company, along with Karthik as well and Darren Ganga. And of course, we anticipated, Ian Bishop got it right, second over itself. That is when Rust and Chase got his second test 100 against India. But hey, you guys missed out that show in the morning. We discussed a game plan. Where exactly do you need to bowl to Rust and Chase to dismiss him? Our man Umesh did the job. Really is relevant when you look at the conditions that are not helpful for seamers. India go abroad, you're going to get those flat tracks. So what Umesh Yadav can do for you. Remember, there's still no Shardul Thakur. It's a huge responsibility what he's done this morning.
Yeah, this is the 5th test.
Wanted to see. Let's move on now to India's innings, because it's been a contest for KL Rahul of late. That is now 9 dismissals, either LBW or bowl. We're all talking about where he's...
I'm seeing the fact that you could be on 100 and you could still get an unplayable delivery. So that's what's bothering me. And now we...
And though in Rajkot he came, he conquered. Prithvi Shaw's pretty much doing the same thing here in Hyderabad. Just similar approach. Technique rock solid, even though he's aggressive.
Yeah, I think one of the things
how much of a mental battle actually seeps into technique, and that really is the dilemma. But look, we're here in Hyderabad. We know someone very, very special who has played on these conditions, who's born here. Everything that VVS Lakshman has done for Indian cricket is because of this city. he takes us on his tour diary. So brilliant for us to hear all these stories. In fact, the day of VVS Lakshman continues with us here on Nerala Cricket Live at tea. We'll find out some locker room secrets. At the moment, we will take a breather. We'll be back with Darren Ganga. Thank you so much for that insight. Sunil Gavaskar has joined us. So I think it's appropriate that we talk about a very talented batsman from Mumbai. You were about to tell me a story yesterday about why Prithvi Shaw is going to be as special as Sachin. For greatness is to be pranked by Sunil Gavaskar. There is nothing better than that. But look, why not? He just, you know, we've called him Sachin-esque. I think there's a little bit of Sehwag in there as well. Just the way that he plays some of his shots. I mean, both of you were talking about that.
Yes, I think he's got that did in one-day cricket. Playing, doesn't hit the ball to the fielders. More often than not, he hits it between fielders. Might not be always for
As a teenager as well, you understand what Prithvi Shaw might be going through. But have a look at this. Just to add on to what Sunny's been saying, this is a special day for me right now. Mohammed Shami is my cameraman. Right there. This is a special moment right there. He is enjoying himself. We are also enjoying ourselves. But I tell you what, we've been talking in terms of things like predictions. Now, the last time that Prithvi Shaw played that well in Rajkot, it's Pujara on the other end. And Pujara, I mean, this is his battleground. His average of 160 before this test match shows you maturity. That is Pujara right there.
he's got a double 100 against Australia. 6 wickets. Doesn't have the same kind of carry that we've seen in the past. The ball has kept low, but this pitch does have a little carry. And that always suits batsmen, because the ball comes onto the bat quite nicely. There's not much turn in it. There is a bit of turn on days 3, 4, maybe towards the end of day 3. But it's a very good pitch to bat on. And somebody like a Pujara, who's very, very run hungry, and he knows he missed out on a test 100 at Rajkot by 14 runs. He will want to make up for that.
That's really well said here, because you need to have those sort of ambitions, don't you? Conditions are still good for batting, and that is something that the Indian team will be well aware of. Now at tea, we continue that battle of attrition that you often hear about in sport. That's the kind of session that it has been as we welcome you to tea here on Nerala Cricket Live. Sunil Gavaskar besides me. Yes, there have been some runs scored, but 3 wickets have fallen. Those partnerships have been broken, and I think that's the key here for West Indies.
Definitely. And they've got the big wicket of Virat Kohli. They've also got the wicket of Prithvi Shaw, who was batting so well, looking so dangerous. And that certainly means that they've put pressure on India.
Look at the fall of wickets here. Prithvi Shaw, mind you, did make 70.
Cross the line, and you pay the penalty for that when you do that.
I tell you what, it's a great atmosphere. Sunny and I are really enjoying ourselves here in Hyderabad. Look at the crowd that has come in, the fans that have come in to support their team. It's absolutely fantastic being here in Hyderabad. All of these people that are here today. Quite a chat there, isn't it, from what the teammates. You've made a lot of friends in the crowd all of a sudden.
Well, I was actually watching the VVS, very, very special stories. I think fantastic. What you have to say is that era from 2000 onwards, incentive. But for us, I think that was not an incentive, but just a little added perk. And now you see, I mean, so when I was asked some years ago, what do you think was the difference between the 1983 World Cup team and the 2011 World Cup team? And I just said, tongue-in-cheek, that the 1983 team was better looking than the 2011 team. I mean, exactly.
So I would agree with that.
I mean, look, we were all film stars there.
Absolutely, I would agree with that. Before I got married, my aunts were so excited not to meet my husband-to-be, but to meet his father. But we've got enough time for a prediction here. Last time I asked you who'll come first. Will it be Ashwin or Jadeja next in the lineup? Could just very well be Jadeja. But how many runs do Team India? What do you think they'll get in this final session?
I think they'll get 100 runs and maybe lose just one.
That's exactly how you things to be expect here. So we will see you after the final session here on Nerala Cricket Live, which return you to the activities on the field. Thank you for that, Sunny. Bye. See you in a bit.